Greetings, fellow sea ice monsters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 52 of Wendigos, which originally streamed live on Twitch. So the quick recap of last stream. I guess, what did happen? We had a very funny meat scarcity because I made a lot of chem fuel, so shame on me for not paying attention to that. We have been pushing the Wendigo and Glaive questline a little bit further. So if we take a look at the Relic of the Wendigo, we actually have 4 of these done, but only 3 info, but that's fine. We have been expanding the base. So here we go, we have a larger barracks. It's not yet done, but a larger barracks, and trying to get that nice and comfortable. And we have a biosculptor pod, but we realized that bioregeneration is not going to help Viper, so we're going to have to find an AI chip, I think. Matt, Nitz, Quirazilla, Glitch, thank you for the bits, and Byron for the gifted subs. Death on Xbox and Fangface for the resub, and Shield for gifted subs as well. Oh man, well, what a way to start. So, has anyone spotted my mod yet? I haven't seen anyone necessarily spot it yet. So the goal of this stream will be very much left up to you. Currently, my focus description is clear the mech cluster, which I have done. So vote on a priority is going to be the new one. There was a mech cluster here, and as you can see, there's remnants of my crude planning not to walk into its proximity. And we cleared this mech cluster with flying colors. It was very easy, and now I can actually remove the avoid zone. Don't need it anymore. There's nothing to avoid. Heal mech serum would work, right? Yes, heal mech serum would work. Heal mech serum is a little bit hard to obtain. Another way to do it would be to chop off his head and then resurrect him. That would also work. All right, let's get rolling. Is the Wendigo symbol top right in the text background? You mean this thing right here? That symbol? Glitch, thanks for the bits again. 0 for 26 months. And the Yorkle for a sub. Cheers. Another thing that we're hoping to do is to have the moisture pumps keep pumping and remove all this shallow water that is sort of messing up our base design. Actually, we had a moisture pump destroyed, so I'm not going to rebuild it where it was. I'm going to rebuild it where I want it to be. Because we missed one Lancer, and one Lancer came in, this Lancer came in and busted up our base a little bit. Not a problem. Not a problem. So the current quests that we have here, let's choose from them. What should we work on? Normally I ask about 10 minutes in for people to filter into the stream, but I'm going to ask you guys, you early birds. So we have Stash of Fortune, which, as you can see, has a Doomsday launcher. It's guarded by 11 Imperials, and maybe an unknown threat. Camasia, thanks for the bits. Have the names of my pets been extended? By extended, what do you mean? Then we have hunting work sites. So clear a tempo. Whoa, all caps. Temporary site. Hey, LB Mayan, thanks for the resub. Sorry, not watching to avoid spoilers. That's okay. I know that there's a lot of content and it's hard to keep up. And I have a lot of series running concurrently. Despite the fact that you feel like I should put out more RimWorld content. I saw those YouTube comments. Work on the Wendigo Glaive. Or user go trading. I always include that. Or user submitted ideas. Or rather, suggestions. And then I would open up that box there. So boom, there we go. There is the poll. Very straightforward. The Stash of Fortune is down southeast, and it has 11 enemies and possibly an unknown threat. We have 2 work sites, not a whole lot of time to hit them, 3 days and change. And then we have the hidden complex hacking and cryptodrone intel hack, which would be about the Wendigo Glaive. Medj, thanks for the resub as well, and thanks for all the gifted subs that you've given to this channel. Cheers to you. Zero and T-Sang as well. T-Sing, I was actually just reminiscing about the Lord of the Rings and the Origins of Magic, where of course you played a role. Hope to have more epics like that coming up. So here is our lovely, I probably can prop open these doors now. I don't necessarily need to let them close. So here's our lovely barracks. Our insanely flammable barracks, I realize. If there was ever a mortar with incendiaries or something like that, this would be a bit of a problem. So fire foams might want to be researched at some point. Currently, we're researching recon armor to unlock the feral exosuit, which is the sort of next tier armor. I'm not really sure that the feral exosuit is going to beat Thrumbofur, especially if I add flak vest to the Thrumbofur. One thing that we might want to do is to try to get recon helmets and then get flak vests, and that would offer us a really good amount of protection. Hey, a masterwork duster. Good for you. T-Sync, thanks for the gifted subs. Emmy Hunter for the gifted sub. Repo for the bits. Oh, alright. You fully deserve the pink light here. The love light. It really does make my office look strange. I can tell you that. Well, I won't get into that. Okay, so here's the mechs that we need to shred. Viper's hauling them in with half his brain power, which has not been cured. Because I don't really know of a viable way to cure Viper, I can't really put that as a priority, except for possibly, where would it be? Actually, I don't know if you can ever make, well, you could do brain surgery for a brain stimulator, which, would help with his brain damage, I suppose. So we could go down the tissue printer, brain surgery, and the advanced brain surgery tree if you all sought to vote for it. Brain stimulator caps at 65%. Yes, I know that. And currently he is hovering at 50%. So, like, it would help increase it. It's a thought. Late Hipster and Camasia and Randallthor, thanks for the bits. Even more. Oh, a Bulkage Trader. Oh, that's real good. I am happy about that. Glitch, get down here. What were you doing? You were praying and stuff? Throwing your clothing on the ground? Has anyone spotted the mod I made yet? Whoa, just curious. One of the things I'm probably going to do is do away with some of these bison. I'm sorry if you're a bison, but I have too many. The Jade, Medj noticed. Yeah, I made this mod in like 10 seconds, but I will show it off in just a second. Alright, what am I doing here? Smoke leaf joints. Gonna go. Let's buy the steel. How is my steel? I don't, 400? Yeah, I need to buy steel. Maybe even buy the plasteel. Oh, they have blocks. Oh, Lord, they have blocks. Let me buy 1,500 of your finest stone. And then, let's hope that I have clothing I can sell them back. Actually, oddly, I don't. What is going on here? Where is all of my wonderful things that I wanted to trade away? I'm curious about that. I mean, I could afford this trade, but obviously I feel like there is some hauling of clothing and the like that needs to occur. Because for some reason or another, I am paying out the nose. So here you can see blood-soaked jade. I basically renamed jade. The jade that we get, we soak in blood. There's no actual soaking it in blood, but I refactored it so that it would be a color that we would appreciate, and not like the Christmas theme that we had going on. Yeah, I guess we have sold off our dusters. So I just spent a whole lot of silver, but that's fine. That is enough limestone block for whatever we want, essentially. So yeah, if you select it, you can see blood-soaked jade wall. And that way it sort of matches. Of course, the beds are still green, so it's still slightly Christmas themed. And you guys think I should go to the Stash of Fortune. Okay, let me update that. Stash of Fortune hunting. Now, with any luck, some of these Imperials that we're going to kill will have implants that maybe we will be able to steal. That would be the ideal. Ha, Shellbell is pregnant again. Oh, yeah, about that. I did mention that I was going to sell off some bison because we have such a absurd amount of bison. So sorry, I'm just not even really checking who's who. I'm gonna keep a bunch of male bison so that I don't get a gajillion offspring. And there's a lot of bison that are just gonna go. So now we're down to just a few. Because it honestly was becoming absurd. Just a truly absurd amount and number. Shield, thanks for gifting out even more subs. And Hempingway for the resub. I like the red-themed look of the base. I do too. With the flesh-colored everything else. So if I'm going to head to squish some Imperials, clearly we are going to need to pod over. It's kind of far. And then maybe walk home. Now the problem is it's Decemberary, which means that Tefludi and Tiburon are going to simply be too cold to walk. Why aren't we hauling the meals? Okay, let's haul the meals out so they can actually eat. And with any luck, someone like Churetter will... I think the issue actually might be... Oh boy, we have so many stone blocks. The issue actually might be that... Here, I'm going to super haul. I'm going to basically tell everyone to haul right now, except for Churetter. Yeah, taking a look around the map. Oh, okay, great. They're punching one another. Taking a look around the map. Yeah, we have way too many things that don't belong in these stockpiles And now... Whoa, you came close to death. Mallet nearly melded you to death. That would have been bad. Glad that didn't happen, but... He had 8/40ths of his torso left. Torso went from 8 to 40. Or 40 to 8, rather. Don't do that, guys. Don't beat each other to death. It really makes everything a little bit more difficult to deal with. Death by social fight. I mean, I've had it happen. It's absurd when it does, but... Hey, Age the Mage. Whoa, and Shellbell with 20 gifted subs. This one's for you, Shell. Here, I'll switch over to the Otacam and give him a treat. The true sign of appreciation. Use work drive on the crafter? That's a good idea. Let me hit work drive on Churetter so that he can work a little bit harder. We are, of course, collectivists. Oh, no, we're not collectivists. So it's a shorter work drive. We probably should be collectivists, but I think that wasn't voted on. So we stuck with the vote. Alright, all of this hauling, we're definitely freeing up some room here. Where is Churetter? Why are you still hauling? Just Taylor, my friend. I just gave you work drive. All right. We still have a lot of cloth left over. It looks like most of the barracks is all tiled up. Do I not even have the granite for that corner? I do, just Raptor hasn't done it. We are busy hauling. The super haul here is now backfiring because my haulers are now running all the way out to the mech cluster that we destroyed. So let me reduce this again and let them work on sensible tasks. But pulling all of the blocks and steel out of here frees up a bit more room for things to be sold. And then Glitch, let's try to recoup... Oh, another duster. Let's try to recoup some of our money. So, in order to do that, that's pretty straightforward. Let's search for duster. I think at this point, how much? I have enough thrombo fur that I'm actually going to sell the thrombo fur dusters that I have that are just good quality. And there we go. 4K coming my way. Splashdown. And what we'll end up doing is we'll end up replacing those thermal fur dusters. I have it on pretty good confidence that we will get more thrombo fur. I can't imagine that we wouldn't, because I get attacked by thrombos regularly. Oh man, Ash, you are in a bad way. So as soon as Glitch maxes out his psi focus, which should be pretty soon, I'm gonna have him don his casting gear, and we will go out to the whatever their names are, the Royals, the Shattered Empire, and clear out their little merry band of idiots. You love it when money rains down from the sky? Reminds me of that common misconception of, like, throwing a penny off the Empire State Building to kill people. It's like, do you not know what terminal velocity is? Because that's not how those things work. As cool as that might sound, it's just not how terminal velocity works. I actually have a very strange story about that. Alright, now it's not a pink dog. That was on Mythbusters? Oh, it doesn't even need to be on Mythbusters. That's not even Mythbuster worthy, in my opinion. The terminal velocity of a penny is very obviously not that high. Alright, Toretto, let's preach health to Ash, because he got her Ash kicked. I know. I hate me too sometimes. Am I able to feast sometime? Yeah, we could actually kick off a Wendigo and feast now. Let me ask everybody, should I feast? Yes or no? So a feast has a chance to bring in a random person as a recruit that follows our ideology. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to meet our requirements, so we might end up just killing them anyway. In all reality, but, you know, I'll figure I could vote on that anyway. So, Glitch here is just about at his max psi focus, which means that I'm going to hit this item stash. Now, what's kind of unfortunate is I don't have far skip yet. I really wish I had far skip, because that would make these attacks just a lot better, a lot more functional. Yeah, here's a weird little factoid about terminal velocity. The terminal velocity of a lot of small animals, like cats or raccoons, tends to be lower than what kills them, which means that cats could hypothetically fall from any height where they wouldn't asphyxiate and land safely, because the terminal velocity, or rather the velocity, the maximum speed that they'll reach given air resistance, is not fatal. I don't know. Maybe you don't find that interesting, but I do. Whereas the terminal velocity for human is about 110 miles an hour. So unless you're, you know, Bucky Barnes jumping out of a helicopter made of mostly cyborg, terminal velocity for humans, not so good. Not so good. Alright, I don't know why... Oh, I don't want to flick that. I don't know why we're low on power, but let's turn on backup power. Yeah, you can survive jumping out of planes with no parachute if you break your fall through, like, pine tree limbs that are pretty flexible, or landing in mud or something like that, and it has happened, but it's very rare. I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't jump out of a plane without a parachute unless, you know, your chance of surviving the crash itself is probably lower, so I don't know. Maybe not. But here we go. We have our extremely impressive barracks, and I'm hoping to make it more impressive over time. You guys pretty clearly say you want a feast, so I'm going to kick off a feast in... right now, actually. Let's kick this feast off. Carry a bucket of water. RimWorld's leaking. Xenothermia. Thank you for the sub. And a pet Yoda that I missed? My bad. So a successful feast here has a 50% chance of a random person joining that believes in our ideology. Is everyone... Oh, everybody but Ash is feasting. Ash says he's attending, but, no, not really. And it was fun, but no one joined. Oh well. Well, I will just go ahead and make another feast platter while they tidy up the room. And then I think it's about time to go on the raid for the Doomsday. So I'm going to have Glitch do a quick gear swap. And clearly the clothing that he's wearing is dyed wrong. But I'll fix that later on. What else does he need? He needs a shield belt, which is something I almost always forget. And then the other worry is really get too cold, because that's a really that's a pretty devastating possibility. But negative 25, he should be okay for a little bit. All right, let's dye him proper. I keep changing the color of this of his clothing, and it always changes back. And it doesn't look like we got a random person joining, so when we're raiding against the Imperials, we're definitely not going to find anyone worthy of keeping. That's just not going to happen. I'm not going to take the other relic weapon. I don't need it. Well, I'm going to have Slast grab it. Why not? Slast is one of my dedicated stalkers. Slast and Cowley are both stalkers. As you can see, their little icons up here. Alright, so now, Glitch is the caster in black. What is his sensitivity? 377. My lord, is that ridiculous. With a heat of 300? Holy moly. Alright, well, let's get a group underway. I'm just going to make sure that all of my brawlers have shield belts before I send them out. And they do. So, the initial team that I'm going to be sending is just a team to smush them a bit. So, Slast and... Oh, you know, Slash shouldn't go. Slast is my other backup researcher, though. So if Glitch is going, Slash should stay. So Slast and Cowley are going to switch weapons so that I have a researcher at home. Sorry, Slast. Your brain is needed. Alright, let's fix that again. So, launching. Mallet. Glitch. Eli. Zleb. Marauders. And Cowley. Oh, I have, let's send, Ash should stay because she's so, beat to a pulp. Maybe Raptor? That's a big raid. I could even fit one more. Fangface. Okay, there we are. Bringing 28 meals, and I can always ship over more meals if I need to. Some spare luciferium, a go juice, a wake up. Let's grab some tea. And that's it, I think. Oh, maybe some meds. Meds are always useful. Case of injury. All right. 559 out of 600. Not full, but close. My raiders have stuff like lances on them already. Shield belts and lances and the like, so I don't really need that so much. I don't think it's going to be that hard of a fight, to be honest. Unless the unknown danger is particularly dangerous. We'll see about that. And then, depending on what there is to raid, I'm going to want to send over some of the bison. Now, 3 of the adult bison I kept are male, and that way they don't get pregnant, and, you know, pregnancy slows down bison, so I was thinking about that. It says they're all ready to launch, so let's go. Drop at edge. Shellbell compels me to drink coffee. Oh, yes. Cheers, Shield. Gonna run out at this rate. There's not a lot of people left home. There's Shredder with his little work drive just grinding out the dusters. Alright, so if we take a look at them, they are not well geared. I mean, not at all. I'm actually really surprised. There's some recon armor, but most of them are in parkas due to the temperature. So, cool, I guess. I'm just gonna have people just pick things up so that it's not laying on the ground here. Yeah, this isn't going to be much of a fight, I don't think. It's weird that heal root is growing here. Seems a bit cold for that. Oh, bye-bye, shuttle. Hey, I already seen oh, it's awful quality. But some LTEX. Before we start, let's have Cowley hit the marksman command. Because I used work drive, I can't do combat command. But marksman command will be good. Have my brawlers go in front. Now, what is their longest range weapons? A charge lance? Alright, so if the charge lance is the longest, Cowley's long stalker is going to outrange it and outpunch it considerably. And we will march forward. There's not a lot of cover to be had. Oh, what are you shooting? Oh, you're shooting at a turret, I think? There's not a lot of cover to be had, so we're just going to have to make do using shield belters. Wow, it bounced. That is super surprising. I'll explain why. The long stalker that Cowley has, if you take a look, the armor pen is 79%, and the damage is 52. If you're wondering how strong 52 is, let me put it in reference. A charge lance here has a damage of 30. So it is, like, what? Not nearly twice as much? Well, actually, compared to the armor penetration, I would say the long stalker is a bit... Oh, there it is. Whoop! Yep, right through the heart. What a heartbreaker he is. Oh, I don't want to be close enough to be shot at by automated turrets, so let me back up just a little bit. Oh, I think we just iced another one. Holy crap, another heart shot. Oh, Cowley, Jesus, dude. Leave some for the rest of us, man. Now, another thing I'm going to want to do is to back up to not allow them to use their own sandbags, because sandbags offer a pretty decent amount of coverage, and I want to draw them out of their cover. So I'm going to line up a little bit further back. Another thing I could do, which would really throw them into a tizzy, would be to berserk the ones that have really good melee weapons, and to have them just murder themselves. Because if I can get away from this fight with literally not a single hit point of damage, that would be great. All right, Marauder. He's slightly out of range. And I'm gonna berserk Mr. Blunt Weapon there. So not only have I not taken damage, here, let me skip these guys out of cover. No, you don't get to shoot at me like that. Not only have I not taken a point of damage, then Mallet has healed since, which is kind of funny. I am net positive for health. My shield bounce, we're all pretty good. Glitch, you want to keep grabbing them? Yeah, grab this Dukas guy. Brawlers, don't worry, I'll give you something to do. And now they're fleeing. Ooh, Dukas, you survived. I am going to quickly strip you. So we got some recon armor out of that we can sell. Unfortunately, these guys all have death acidifiers, so most of their gear is just going poof. Yep, more poof. Anastasia, what do you have? You have just the death acidifier. What are you even doing? You're fleeing in panic? I love it. Alright, brawlers, forward. Are you Bloodlust? Who's Bloodlust here? Besides Mallet. Mallet, how many people have you killed? Just 2? Aw, poor you. Let's get that up to 3. I don't know what Anastasia is doing. She seems extraordinarily broken to me. Just sort of standing there, disabled or something. I don't know what it is, but it is pretty funny. No, Glitch, maybe you shouldn't bash it with your relic lance. And there. We have cleared the site. I don't think that there was a random danger. Splat. There goes another one. Yeah. So, site is cleared. No one got hurt. Totally dominated. Let's claim everything and leave. I doubt there's going to be enough for me to warrant bisoning over. Meaning that I won't send the animals to help. Unless, actually, yeah, the animals might help speed up the return home. Which wouldn't be a bad idea, because I only have 5 people home, and with no automated weapons, that is a bit of disadvantage. We do have, a Psychic Fog. Okay, so we have a kill-focused Psychic Fog weapon. Which is kind of unfortunate, and it kind of, counteracts one another, if you're wondering. So the kill focus means that when you get a kill, you gain psi focus, but then the Psychic Fog lowers your sensitivity, so it works against itself. And yeah, I'm going to be butchering these guys for their meat. And there's my Doomsday Launcher and my Side Trainer Flash Storm, which I will use on Glitch. And let's get butchering, and then get home. So speaking of home, I want to get these pods going so that I can send over some bison to help with the meat load. What a silly little throne room they have here. It's like a toilet. It's like the porcelain throne room. Hey, whatever makes them happy, right? Alright, strip the whole facility. And everybody now will be allowed to do construction, except for, of course, the stalker. So the zone is cleared, and the next thing I'm going to do to ask you all is what to do next. What to focus on next. So we're going to have the relic quests, improving the base, because now I have a ton of stone to be able to do perimeter walling and the like. Trade, clearing settlements, more bionics, or user submitted ideas. All right, there's the vote. A masterwork thrombo for Duster. Ah, you shouldn't have. So the butcher table, let's butcher human legs and drop them on the floor, and we'll help Raptor out by hauling the corpses here. This map tile was a raid map tile, so it's not going to have any resources. You can see it's just all limestone everywhere as far as the eye can see. X-Gamer and Repo. Thanks, Repo, thank you for the sub. One of my newest patrons. Not only a patron on Patreon, but now subbing here. And you don't even know what's going on in RimWorld. So, not only that, but you're supporting me playing a game you have no pre-knowledge of, which is incredible. Cheers to you. An X-Gamer as well. The last time you watched me was the Tomb World series? Man, that's a throwback. Tomb World series was a lot of fun, though, I gotta say. That was challenging. And the Safalu clan was very amusing. For those that do not know, the Tomb World series just randomly had a bunch of family members all of the same family show up. I have no idea why. There was no rhyme or reason to it, but they did, and we had a good time. So, relic quests look to be the priority. Man, we are really bad at getting this rice. Moles, what are you doing? Oh, because I told you to do art. There is no art to be done, so just get the rice. Do I happen to have a favorite list of mods for quality of type, or do I go only vanilla? My mod list for the Architects, which is a YouTube series only, has a mod list which is what I would consider my go-to default mods, which is very, very, very vanilla. I want to add, but includes stuff like show drafty weapons to see the weapons that people have equipped, which I could play without, but why play without it? It's so amazing. And then, numbers and some of the other mods that actually people in this community have made, like LB Mayan, who just resubbed not too long ago, made a mod that I use all the time. And we've got some other modders that do stuff like that. So that's really, really cool that I use mods from the community. We do have a new quest, yes. So the Buckley's Breakout. It's a prisoner held by the colonies, steal a radio. They're a 47-year-old evangelist. They're definitely not, it's guarded by 11 turrets and 1 outlander. So there's no meat, and this dude will not join. Oh, it's tempting. It's not tempting. It's not tempting at all. Yep, so yeah, that would be my go-to list of mods is in the description here. So if you actually type out mods there, you can actually see the list that I'm currently using. And of that list, I would say show draftees weapons, block unwanted minutia, numbers, begone message, color-coded Mubar. It's funny, not that I meant to, but actually a lot of the mods that I use are made by supporters of my channel. So, we have block unwanted minutia, color-coded Mubar, and begone message, all for some of my Patreon patrons and Twitch subscribers, which is very, very cool. And just to shout them out, that would be That would obviously be Crash M with the color-coded mood bar, and Droiden and LB Mayan for Minutia and Begone Message. And what those do is they sort of remove some of the more annoying aspects of RimWorld so that you're not constantly bothered, I guess is the easiest way to explain it. So Glitch here is having a little bit of, he's getting cold. So I think what I'm going to need to do is to send a parka when I send the animals. Send a parka for him to wear. Otherwise, he's going to get frostbite on his way home. In the interim, what I could do is throw a campfire in this little nook, or whatever you want to call it, and then heat him up that way. So let's go ahead and launch the adult male bison. I will send a bunch of packets of survival meals and pemmican. Oh, you know what? I could probably do this with 3 pods, not 4. If I'm careful about carry weight. Alright, so let's send a Masterwork Mega Sloth Wool Parka. No one will get cold wearing that. It's just about impossible. And the meals. Alright, and high prioritize hauling so we can get those guys sent out quick. Alright, so now we have a little heated room that will keep Glitch warm. We have most of the corpses butchered. Just a few left. And I'm gonna have Glitch just draft and stand in that room. Oh, and of course, these guys immediately put things in the doorway. There we go. So now this room is warm enough that it'll warm up. Taking a look at the poll results, let's go with relic quests. Relic quests or user-submitted ideas. So what I'm going to do is actually open up the user-submitted idea box, briefly, and collect about 6 or 7 suggestions to put in the poll for next time. So, the suggestion box is open, and feel free to suggest. Oh, hi, Tusky. Yeah, puppy, come here. Come here. There's a carrot. Alright, so the transport pods have been loaded. We will launch. And then they have to do the march home. So it's going to take a little bit to get home because Glitch does not have far skip yet. Reforming the caravan. I'm actually going to start marching towards another enemy colony on my way home. I'm not certain I'm going to hit it, but we might. And let's go ahead and take the resources that we have here. Maybe not the blocks, because I just got so many blocks. I guess I never learned the side trainer for Flashstorm. I must have canceled that. The Eltex helmet, the recon armor, and maybe that's it? Am I missing anything? We have Sadie, the Persona, hammer already. So I don't... Oh, the parka and the shirt. Oh, good. I almost forgot that. Alright, I think that's everything we need. Send? One thing I should have done before I left was to put everyone on travel food priorities so that they have a much wider range of food that they're willing to eat. Oh, all of them but one was already on travel. In fact, that means that the people here are set up incorrectly. I do need someone to start cooking here. So, Ash, I know that you've had the snot kicked out of you, but I need you to start cooking. Okay, one more user submit idea, and I'm going to close that inbox. There we are. So the current focus is relic, quests, and user submitted. I'll try to do both. So let me write up user submitted ideas. What extra goal to work on? So we've got work on research to fix Viper. submitted by Viper. Head towards feral exoskeleton armor. So get exoskeleton research. I like that one too. Submitted by Kargan. Talkmore said another research bench. Build more research. Build another research room to double the amount of researchers that I have. A very fine idea. Callie submitted work on better weapons. I like that. It would be cool if the Cannibal Wendigos had bionic jaws. What is that under? Okay, yeah. Add bionic jaws for Wendigos by B-Dude. Tipsy says, try to get better psycasts, I think is what you were trying to say. Get better psycasts. The way to do that would be to raid the Shattered Empire settlements, hoping that they had psycast trainers in their settlements. It's possible. And Randall Thor, yours is a duplicate, so I'm going to refund you. Start the poll. There it is. 6 items. Your choice, as per the usual. I definitely have enough people for 2 researchers. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't deny that, and I can definitely get another research bench up, no problem, if y'all so choose. So here is Thyher, which is a colony that we can swing by on our way home, because why not? Glitch doesn't seem to be getting... I'm going to switch out his robe anyway, but he doesn't seem to be getting hypothermia out on the caravan anyway, which is interesting. I'm not sure why he wasn't. You know, Yoda? Yoda does not know either. And Moles with a Go Frenzy. Moles, what are you working on? Oh, because I did... Oh, okay, yeah, that's my fault. I did put the high priority hauling, and she sort of ignored the kitchen there, or the farm. Oh, another thing I need to do is to move the heaters around, or to add a light source in there, because we are researching in the dark, which is stupid to do. So I will fix that. Actually, let me put the them over on this side. All right, standing lamp. Just noticed. We've been penalizing ourselves the whole time. All right, another research room and fix Viper. Okay, well, they kind of go together. So, relic quests and research for brain AI is what I'll summarize it. So thank you for that. If I want another research room, the way to do this would be, I don't want 2 multi-analyzers. It doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna want just like another research bench, maybe here or something, which obviously I'm gonna need to change the form factor of the room a bit. So let's do that. So this is a 2x5. And that means that this floor here should all be torn up. And then everything moved sort of northward. And maybe put the research room entrance on this edge here. So, we'll get that underway. And the research light is off. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. All right, there we go. I'm going to slowly move some of the beds around as well. I think what I'm going to do is send everybody home. I'm not going to stop at Thyher. No, I should stop at Thyher. But I can't do the relic quests with only 5 people. Or I shouldn't, I should say. It's not really all that safe. And more Masterworks. Lovely. So the people that are still home, Moles and Shredder are the only constructors, and Moles will get to it when she gets to it. Basically, I sent my constructors like Marauder and Raptor out on Caravan, so we can't do a whole lot of building, but I can do planning. So I'm planning to replace the marble walls with the blood-soaked jade, as it will fit better. And then... oh, we have a raid of the Fleshless coming in. It is a rather large raid for the amount of people. What is that, 12 bots? Yeah, 12 Fleshless that are breachers versus my 5 people that are home. Rude. Alright, what do I have at my disposal? So I have Viper with a shock lance, Ash with a shock lance. So I have multiple shock lances. I have triple launchers. I think it is too cold to call in backup. Yeah, it's too much of a bad temperature to call in anyone to help. So that's not a solution, a viable solution. So we're just gonna have to fight this out, probably using some of these specialty weapons that we have at our disposal. So what I'm gonna do is send we have so many brain dead people. Celeste on Caravan. So Celeste is a stalker, and in being a stalker, Celeste will be able to buff people's range. And then, speaking of range, Shredder, I want you... who is the best shooter? Probably Shredder. I want Shredder to get the sniper rifle. Now, Viper's a little brain dead, so it's a little sketchy to use Viper in any significant way, but we'll do what we can. One viable way to do this would be to try to hit them with, like, EMPs, but EMPs are sort of temporary. They do wear off pretty quickly, and I don't have any available to me right now, so we're going to do this the fun and hard way by trying to shoot them down. And then, Ash, despite your injuries, you're also going to have to... actually, you know what? Audible here. Remove you from Caravan. Ash, you're injured, but I'm going to have you load up the triples and the feral into your inventory. And then Viper, I'll try not to risk you too much, although you've got less than a full brain to work with. So we're going to want to try to isolate the termite and take the termite out as fast as we can, because the termite's going to burrow into the base, which is not good. Celeste, what are you doing? I told you to grab a sniper rifle. Come on down. Agent and Stormy, and rest in peace. Thanks for the resubs. Research is for nerds. Can I use my kill box? No, they're breachers. Breachers just blast through your walls. They don't care about kill boxes. Kill boxes don't work against breach. Never do. Right, so we have 3 sniper rifles. Oh, Ash, you should also grab a sniper rifle as well. And then grab a shock lance. A backup shock lance. So I'll probably end up shock lancing a whole lot of them. Just because we're outnumbered 5 to 12. And I don't want to lose anyone if I can help it. So that termite's about to be in range. And Shredder's sniper rifle... oh, let's Celeste hit the marksman command. Shredder's sniper rifle does a lot of damage, so there's that. As soon as I'm in range of this stuff, I'm going to need a backpedal. Yeah, so let's start backpedaling. Let's get back here. and do my best to try to isolate the enemies and take them out. Alright, that termite's brink of death. We'll just keep going. Kazan, thanks for the follow. Alright, termite's gone. Now, even with the termite gone, it doesn't necessarily mean the breachers are not going to breach. They're still going to breach. They're just not going to breach quickly. They're just going to be shooting my walls. So now, I'm targeting the Lancers, because the Lancers do a heck of a lot of range damage, which would be catastrophic if they hit me, because I don't have flak vest or anything like that. But with Shredder's super... So the reason, let me explain. The reason why I gave Shredder the legendary sniper rifle, not Celeste, is Celeste's marksman command is now affecting Shredder, and Shredder gets the shooting accuracy +4, aiming time -40% from the marksman command, which means that the legendary sniper rifle is now more accurate and shooting faster, which is why I'm absolutely ripping these mechanoids up so very quickly. It's actually possible I'm not even going to need any specialty lancers or anything like that. Alright, let's back up again. Just some good micromanagement and smart planning, and we should be okay. So, the pikeman is still shooting at me, but the pikeman's DPS is really low, so I'm not that worried about the pikeman. And I'm going to make this easier on myself, so I'm not stuck fighting this fight forever. I'm going to knock the 2 centipedes out with a shock lance. I think it's worth it. And then we just have 1 left to deal with. Okay, aim better. Looks like this one is aiming at me. I'm gonna back up again, because I don't want to get shot by pikes. Pikes down. Alright, the last one's in range. Good. Now I'm going to... Let's start working on the Senties. So let's group up. And no, Ash, where are you going? That's not grouping up. Holy heck, that's not where I even told him to walk. Yeah, I think this will be just fine. Who is Tattered Apparel? Zleb? Oh, I can't help you, Zleb. Where is Zleb, anyway? On Caravan. Yeah, I can't help you. Alright, so Moles is starting to just bash these centipedes down. That one's dead. 1 left. And then we'll be clear. Clear. No problem. Ash, no more caravanning. I didn't end up using the triple launchers or the Pharaoh rocket launcher. I didn't need it. These guys are half a day away from hitting that. Let me switch the weapons back, because we're supposed to be using Pharaoh rifles when we can. I just needed the sniper rifles temporarily. And then Moles is smashing the already unconscious centipedes, so that we don't have to deal with them. Sweet. 12 versus 5, and we barely broke a sweat. Oh, it got up. So one of the interesting things when you shock lance a centipede is they become weaponless. So as you can see here, this centipede doesn't have a weapon. Unlike this one, which does, well, it had a weapon. I guess it died. So we can actually finish off this centipede with our ranged people, which I'm going to do just for the shooting practice because it's unarmed. And that way, we don't even take damage. Because if I kept brawling it with moles, it could headbutt me. And it's gone. Easy peasy. Keep it as a pet. It's still hostile, so it's still going to want to try to kill me slowly by, like, head-butting my walls, because it's a breacher, so I'd rather just disable it and not have to deal with a stupid head-butting centipede. Alright, I am moving the bulk of our beds north a bit. Are these guys resting yet? They're not resting yet, so we might actually attack fire at night, which will be interesting. I could dig it. Looks like moles. Wow, we chewed through that much. Let me check the simple meals here. So for simple meals, I'm no longer going to make simple meals out of anything but just animal meat, because I think we're using up... No, it's all made of thrombo meat. We're just having a trouble sourcing the vegetables for our fine meals. But yeah, whatever, that's fine. So I'm moving the beds up a bit so that I can have a larger research room. So here we are, ooh, the anarchist, at the Thigher outpost, or settlement, I should call it. It's a settlement. Their weapons are short-ranged mixed, mostly. Some really good short-range weapons. And then another thing I'm going to want to look at is if they have any precious metals in their mountains. I'm going to do that real quick before I kick this off. No, I don't see any plasteel or uranium or anything like that. Nothing popping out at me, just compacted machinery, which I don't really need. Alright, so we're going to head in from the east. Take them out. Thank you for tuning in to Wendigos, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 17th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to do it in real time, Rhadamant.com and the description of this video have links to Discord. If you'd like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com also has my countdown timers to upcoming streams, which is going to be increasingly useful as daylight savings will mess with the schedule, and also the schedule for video release. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to all of my Twitch subscribers and Patreon patrons for supporting the channel. Farewell, everybody.